So here we are. This is a quick tutorial on using Protopage to gather lots of blog posts, and this is what I use basically to put together the Webfinds posts on Philofaxy. I use Protopage as a sort of a general thing for storing all my bookmarks and blog feeds, a variety of things, so there's some sort of standard blogs, different weather reports and all that type of thing, standard sort of news things, for BBC and all the tech stuff and various sort of planner stuff, even a feed from Flickr which just looks for pictures with Philofax in the titles and what have you. And going through my various links, I've got sort of places where I store things, and I've even got a weather feed coming in here, and all this sort of stuff. Stuff I'm interested in: radio, tech stuff, stuff in France, cars, and so on and so on. But let's go back to Philofax for a second. So here we have, this is one part of what I call Grommet, and here's the growing second half of Grommet. And here I've got some standard sort of bookmarks, and here's the output that comes out of another bit of tech that I use, and these 6 feeds here get sent in the direction of Twitter feed, which then tweets these various stories, but only if they've got Philofax in the actual blog post itself. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. So we're going to be looking at putting together a blog post. Now, here I have one that I prepared earlier, or this is the one for tomorrow, in fact. And as you can see, I've already got some posts already in here, and we'll do a quick preview and you'll see. So that's what they look like, and you're most likely used to seeing that sort of thing. So back in here, there was a link here to a story on Philomaniac, and it's about this meetup in Munich. Now I can translate it just to see what it's about, but meetup in Munich, pretty confident that's one we want to include. So I'll go back to show original. Now this is the first method that I use, and that is to look in the look for a blog archive or recent posts type thing, and there's the post there at the top of the list. So we want to copy it. Now, for some quirky reason, you always do a copy from right to left. So there we have that, and we'll do a copy, or Command C or Control C, depending on which operating system you're using. We'll pop across into the post, add an extra line, and paste, and there's our link and the title all in one go. So we just type in the blog name, and I can never remember these things, so I always refer to the bit at the top of the screen here. So that's one way of doing it. That's straightforward. That looks all hunky-dory. We click on preview now, we'll see that one's perfect. So that's fine. Now, an alternative way, if you don't have, and I've gone into a completely different blog this time, if you don't have a recent posts thing, this one particularly one does, but we'll ignore that for the minute, is to click in the header somewhere so that you've got all the posts. Now, as you can see, this is coming up as a highlighted thing, and if you look down here, down in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see the link come up. Yes? So again, what we do this time is, again, we copy the whole title. So this is if you don't have the recent post thing. Again, right-click, copy, go across into the post. But this time, when we go paste, you go, what's happened here? As you can see, it's formatted differently to the rest of them. And I know why that is. So what we do is we go into HTML, and this is the main reason. It's got that bit of code, so H3 blah 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 blah, that, and it finishes with the stop bit. So what we do is we highlight just that bit and delete it and bring that back up to the next line, and then we go up here and we take that out, and it's just giving us a warning, which we can ignore that. And just to finish off, we take out the space, which is and NBSP semicolon, and we bring the /li back up to the end of the line, and we go back to compose, and bingo, we've got it. So again, we can do a quick preview. I won't be including this one because this is from last year, in fact. Guest post. So again, they're all following the same format all the way through. And this is already scheduled for tomorrow with all the rest of it, so I can click publish safely without it going out. And there we have it. Now, just to come back to how we've got Protopage set up. So these will only, what I've done here, you'll see that these have actually got links in. Let me find one. Right, so here, these are set to length by varying the actual length of the thing. So when all of the posts are red, there's no scroll bar. So let's just quickly click on this one. I don't think this is one that we'll be including because it's got the title of snow. Sure enough, all it is a picture of someone they've taken and stuck on their blog which says snow. So you think, oh yeah, wonderful, very nice, but not for inclusion. So click that one close. And now you can see that that post disappeared from the list and there's no scroll bar. So I know that one's clear. And I do exactly the same on each column, each day, just working from left to right. And that setting is up in here. So if you go into colors and settings, down in the advanced page settings, you have hide red headlines instead of graying them out, and that's ticked. In fact, the only ones I don't have ticked in this list are the one at top, use large fonts, and two at the bottom, hide toolbar buttons at top of page, and prevent widget dragging, resizing on mobiles and tablets. Well, that's not of concern to me on this particular thing. The rest of them are all fairly standard. You know, I've got them all ticked, but I can't remember why, but the settings have been like that for years, so pretty much leave it as it is, basically. And that's pretty much it, really. This refreshes itself every sort of half hour or so, and in fact, having just done a read the feeds again, it's added yet another one I can see. And basically it just sort of ticks over and we just feed the individual posts in. It seemed a bit long-winded maybe, but you know, having done several of these, that's the sort of quickest way I've found of doing it. Anyway, hope that's helped.